All right, let's start with you then. So, Sedna, infinite supply and sixth house. So I feel that you may be stressing a bit about your current lifestyle or your work situation. Sixth house normally relates to your daily routines. So this is normally around your workplace, your work colleagues, your work projects. It can also be mastery of your craft. So even if you don't go out to work, it's whatever it is that you do. It's mastery of your craft. It's also your health and your diet and your well-being. It's also the house of pets, so that may be relevant for you. But I feel that this is saying that you may be stressing about not having enough or not being able to cover certain costs and expenses and just day-to-day living. But also, your health and diet and your well-being and your lifestyle may be taking a bit of strain at this time because of this concern that you have. Now, Sedna is saying infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. So this is about giving and receiving. So if you are giving too much, and not receiving enough for yourself, then you are sort of imbalanced. So giving and receiving need to be done in equal measure. So if you're a giver, make sure that you are receiving, all right, and vice versa. But she's saying that all of your needs are going to be met. You're going to have enough food on your table. You're going to have a roof over your head, that sort of thing. So rest assured that the universe has got your back. Your needs will be met. Just to relax into that and tap into that abundant energy which is supplied by the universe. But it is about balancing giving and receiving. So you need to have those in balance. So, if you are giving too much, you're going to become resentful and you're going to be giving from an empty cup eventually. And that is what causes a lot of problems. So make sure that you are receiving and you're giving to yourself as well. And this applies to self-love as well, self-care and so on. Sixth house, as I said, is everything to do with that, but it can be trying to find a balance between work and home life, maintaining your lifestyle or changing your lifestyle. That may be important as well. With Sedna, she is very much involved with the ocean. It can be water bodies in general, but most specifically the ocean. And this may say to you that you need to actually be thinking about possibly living next to the ocean or closer to an ocean body or possibly a water body. So a relocation may be important for you, or just to spend time like a holiday or some other aspect like a weekend away, or just time where you can go and walk and enjoy being by the sea, and just enjoy that energy, because it's very important that you use that energy to reboost, to boost yourself, to get in touch with your own particular needs and so on. So but it's getting in touch with nature and getting in touch with the sea, spending time in the sea and so on. And this is going to be helpful for you, but it also may entail, as I say, some sort of shift or change, either spending time there on a regular basis, or maybe even a relocation may be possible for you, or you may just be thinking about it. Also supporting any sort of cause which supports the sea from your heart, support any kind of charity or any kind of body which looks after the creatures in the sea. It may be a profession for you, or it may be some aspect of your life which is close to your heart, or you have an interest in it. And if that is the case, then follow that. But it's definitely saying balance is required here, and to balance your energies, but also your home with your work, as I said, your daily routines. Now for your person, it's got here, don't back down, Bridget, and then Jupiter abundance. So they've got something coming in for them. This abundance can be sort of manifesting in a number of ways. So this can be some sort of abundance in the form of monetary. So that may be coming in. But it can also be an abundance of support or rescue or relief or ideas or opportunity, or just happiness, the return of happiness, or the rising up of happiness and joy, and just all round feeling better. It can also be about gratitude as well, either receiving or giving it. So if this person, your partner, is receiving it, then they may be also feeling quite abundant at this time as well. But whatever it is, stand up for what you believe is right. So they also are going to need to, at some point, be very clear about what it is that's important to them and following up on that. And they may have to put their foot down in some way, or they may have to just stand firm on something. And it could be personally related, it could be relationship related, or it could be some other external thing that's coming in for them. But it's saying that this is about holding fast to your beliefs or to what you believe is right, but also putting in a firm boundary if a boundary needs to be put in. And also, you know, sort of what is close to their heart, what are their interests, what it is that is important for them. So they may need to be following up on ideas or opportunities that come to them. And this, you may find that other people around them are not particularly enthusiastic about any opportunities coming to them, but they may be, your person may be, and they need to follow up on that. Because Jupiter can deliver a variety of things, and you've got to follow them all. You can't just let it land in your lap. You do still have to steer the ship a bit. So they're going to have to be firm about what they're doing, or to follow their heart or follow their beliefs in certain aspects here. But some sort of abundance coming in. We've also got Lakshmi, bright future, and air element communication. So I do feel that you need to communicate at this time. You've got a bright future. There's something brewing that's coming in for you, and it's saying stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. You also have the energy of new moon in Scorpio coming in for you. Now, as I said, there is a full moon in Scorpio coming up on the 27th of April. But this is about, and I did say that things are going to come up from the deep. So this can be about fears that you have within the relationship. You may be married, you may have been together for a long time, you may have a family, or you may only just be starting your relationship, but there are fears coming up that need to be released at this time. Scorpio deals with that. Things that are under the surface that need to come out. Now, this can be things that you need to express, sort of like opinions or aspects of your ideas, or just some sort of expression needs to happen at this time. It can also be that you are suppressing certain fears at this time, and these need to come out and be addressed. It can also be, because it's a new moon, there can be some sort of new start coming in. So the middle of April will be that new start, some sort of new energy coming in, and then it works up towards the full moon. And the full moon is always about a result, a culmination, or some sort of something coming to a head. But it can also be about forgiveness and gratitude. Now, your person, as I said, with that abundance card, may be feeling gratitude, or receiving something for which they are grateful. But this is, I feel, more to do with you, because it's the lilac energy, which is the third eye. So work through your fears, something coming up which needs to be addressed, something that you need to look at and sort of bring out into the open. Air these views as well. It could also be that you may have a few fears around sexuality. Scorpio deals with sexuality, so there may be some issues around that. But it can also be the regeneration or the renewal of something. So it's a new moon, regeneration and renewal. And this could be the regeneration, the renewal of sexuality in your life, or it could be within a relationship, or it could just be some sort of airing of views or expressions of ideas or your emotions, or releasing an ancient fear or some old fear which is holding you back. And once you get that off your chest, then you can move forward in some way. Now, with the current situation, we've got air element communication. So this is all about various types of communication. So this can be written, verbal, even electronic, however it is. It is all forms of communication. You could be receiving news coming in. So this may be for your person particularly, or it could be hearing news, or somebody could be telling you something, receiving information. It could also be that you as a couple, or in some way, shape or form, either one of you needs to be doing more research, expressing ideas, talking about things. So I do feel communication between you is very, very important, especially if there are fears that you're working through at this time. You need to get those out, examine them, bring them into the light. So all about communication, expression, and also this is the card of manifestation. So positive thoughts, positive words, that is what you will manifest. So stay away from negativity. All right. This is all about technology as well. So there could be an upgrade of some sort, or you could be using more technology, or within your relationship, perhaps you are apart at this time and you're communicating furiously electronically. Just take it as it resonates. But I do feel it's about communication between you, actually talking about things, sorting things out, or just airing things that need to be talked about. It can also be that you may need to go on a trip of some sort. This can be air travel. If you are able to travel, this may be coming in for you. So you may be traveling to a place with your person, or you are traveling to see your person, or you are traveling somewhere for a reason. It can also be traveling away somewhere in a higher place, like a mountainous area for a weekend, or just to get away. And this helps to raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and also gives you new perspective on things. And it will also help you to get away from this worrying energy, which may be dogging you at this time. So that could be the fears. You've got worries, and they're stemming from fears that you have. So Lakshmi is saying there is a bright future here. So stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. She is the ultimate goddess of abundance. Now, your person, as I said, has got abundance coming in, and you're being reassured here that the universe has got your back from your needs are going to be met. So just make sure you're giving and receiving in balance, which is your message for you. So bright future coming in within this relationship and going forward. But there is communication, but it's also about positive manifestation. So make sure that you are doing that. All right. Positive thoughts, positive words becomes positive manifestations. As I said, technology may be coming in, travel may be coming in, or sort of some sort of upgrade from an electronic point of view, or possibly you are going online for research, for finding certain things out, or getting ideas, or expressing ideas at this time. But communication is going to be very important between you. So now we also have here, we've got a bust independent. So it could be that at this time, for you in particular, or maybe even for your person, you just have to see how this comes in for you. But it's saying your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So this can be monetary independence from your person, or it can be in the form of your time. So in other words, time for yourself, for your own interests, for your hobbies, and spending time with your friends, or whatever activities that you are involved in. It can also be independence of thought or opinion. And so you may be wanting to have your own ideas about things, or your own opinions, or just your own time to go and do what it is that's important for you. Or it may be that your person is needing that freedom at this time. So I do feel it's about keeping a balance between home and work and all of that. And it could also be just that you have sort of deep-seated fears and concerns, or just worrying about things, and you need to get away and have some independent time on your own, or as a sort of a separate sort of time away from your person, so that you can actually get back to yourself, enjoy your own activities or your own hobbies and interests. But it can also come in as a financial aspect as well. It could be that you have perhaps your own financial portfolio, and that needs to be just sort of worked out between you, so that some of it is you are still working independently in that regard. So now we have got here, from an advice point of view, we've got Grand Cross Provoker, and then we've got Ishtar Boundaries. So I do feel whether this is from a work perspective for you, or whether it's within the relationship, and this is where I think the communication is coming in. So Ishtar is all about boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So it could be that you need to actually, with the Grand Cross Provoker, this is lots of things coming at you all at once. So if you are moving, or if you are changing something in your environment, there could be a lot of things going on, a lot of activities that need to be sorted out, things that have got to, lots of priorities. And the Grand Cross Provoker is about setting your priorities. And this may be changing on a daily or a weekly basis, but setting your priorities, time management, and also communication with others, cooperation with others in order to achieve what is on the priority list. So whether it's with your person that you need to check your boundaries, or whether it's to do with everything happening all at once, But I do feel it's about prioritizing time for your relationship or prioritizing time for yourself. And this is about your own time for your own interests, or simply just time to be in your own space so that you can make good decisions, and where you can actually, sort of spend time thinking things through, doing your own research, whatever it may be. Okay. So make sure it doesn't have to be you don't have to, get into an argument over the boundary. So it's just saying, well, I've got to plan in time for my hobbies, my interests, or my business interests, or whatever it was. And then, to make time for your relationship. You have a date night, or you have time where you spend time together, and so on. It could also be that you've got external influences at this time. And this is where the boundaries may be coming in. It could be your work demands are too high, or you haven't got balance between home and work life. So therefore boundaries need to be put in, because you've got to have a lot coming at you, a lot of deadlines, possibly frustrations. No sooner do you get through one thing and something else pops up again. Now it's got to be dealt with. So there's lots of things coming at you all at once. So some boundary checks are going to be required. And this could be within your relationship. You two may be moving together forward in some way. And there's lots of external things which are taking chunks of your time. So prioritize time management, very important. It could also be, in some cases, that boundaries that you've had in place from previous relationships or previous situations, or you may be changing your work routines, boundaries that you've had in place around that may need to be updated or refreshed or changed in some way to accommodate a new situation which is coming in. So just have a look at it and see how it resonates for you. But Grand Cross is a catalyst for change. It puts you into a position where you are, dealing with multiple things. It teaches you a lot of inner resilience, inner strength. And what you learn during this period will stand you in good stead going forward. So this is for your relationship, or maybe your influence in it, and dealing with all the changes and things that are happening. And it really does build up inner strength. And there will be success on the other side of this, because you will have gained a lot of inner strength and a lot of inner power.